us here for evaluation is a wonderful Boyle, Gamble, and Mcfee, Richmond, Virginia, foot officer sword. This is a unique sword because in Virginia, you see the swords that come available on the market. They're 90% are Boyle and Gamble. But also, under the same roof, from the beginning of the war, we had Boyle, Gamble, Mcfee. And this Mcfee, they had the contracts for the Confederate government. So all the Boyle, Gamble, Mcfee swords were sold directly to the Confederate government. The Boyle and Gamble swords were sold to outfitters like Mitchell and Tyler, Bergen Brothers, and also to the government when they ran short from Boyle, Gamble, Mcfee. But these were strictly a contract directly to the government, so you know these were issued to the officers. And again, this is a foot officer version. Now what's unique about the Boyle, Gamble, and Mcfee, and I'm saying this slow because it's a little tongue down here, is that some of these swords, they emboss their name when they cast the guard on it. And this one is that. And we're going to get Brennan up here in a second, and when he gets up on the sword, and you'll see that underneath the guard. And it also has Richmond, Virginia cast into it. Of course, Richmond's spelled out full, and the VA is abbreviated. But this is a wonderful sword. It's magnificent condition. It has the wonderful patina on the brass. The brass has a high copper content. That's why you see this wonderful reddish color. You see that also in Georgia swords too. It has all the leather wrap on it. The single twist or single wire, all of it's on there. And at one time this blade was etched. And you can see traces of that. You probably will be able to pick it up with that camera. With a naked eye, you can see traces of it. And this is approximately a 30-31 inch blade, which is a standard size for the Boyle, Gamble, Mcfee. A petite type guard. Really a well-made sword by the largest producer of swords in the Confederacy, which is Boyle and Gamble, Mcfee. But what's also unique about this sword, now this sword is missing the scabbard. Now, a while back we did a Boyle and Gamble similar to this, which was unmarked, or Boyle and Gamble Mcfee, which was unmarked. And it had the original scabbard, so you can reference back to that for the right type of scabbard. This one did not have the scabbard. This was a war trophy of a Major William Brodus of 78th Indiana. And Major Brodus got killed on September 20th of 1863 at the Battle of Chickamauga. And his effects were sent back to the family. Actually, he had a brother that was his name was Thomas, and he was a private in the same company, and he escorted it back. And now there's another story goes that, which I'll tell you about here in a second. But this was a war trophy, and I assumed it was picked up right before his death because, as you know, any history buffs, General Longstreet was sent down to reinforce Bragg down there at the Battle of Chickamauga. Of course, Confederates won the Battle of Chickamauga. And so you had all the Army of Virginia there. And this is certainly an Army of Virginia sword. Now, what's unique about old Brodus is during that battle, they put them out on a line to protect them and actually protect George Thomas. And they got decimated, and they lost 40% of their group down there, and including William Brodus. So what they did, the fighting was so intense, they buried these guys, about 25 of them, in a shallow grave, and then they went on. Well, the commander of the 78th was real good friends with this Major Brodus. And it just haunted him that they left him there behind. So several weeks later, after the Battle of Atlanta, he came back with a couple dozen guys, and they were going to dig these guys up and separate them and get them, to their families. And so they got down into all the bodies, kind of gruesome, and it was a pile of flesh deteriorating, and arms were gone, legs were gone, and they were just, this was the rot. Well, they finally found his torso with his major's uniform on it. And then, of course, the commander would not give up, and they finally found his head. And so they took the body and the head and put it in a box and sent it on back to Illinois. This guy was from Quincy, Illinois. So when he got back there, they, he was kind of a, the son of the city, so they built a big monument of him there in Quincy, Illinois, and of course the sword here, and also he has a 1850 staff and field sword. But the family sent this in here and wanted me to get it on camera because it's a pretty unique piece of history here. And I think for all you Civil War Confederate sword collectors, it gives you a chance to see one of these again up close, because we got our high definition camera here. And you can see the markings on it. And for all you guys coming up collecting Confederate swords, you very seldom get to actually handle one. And with the system we use here, you can actually see this sword better than if you had it in your hands, because of the high definition camera. But it gives myself and my grandson the opportunity to evaluate one, get one in your hands. Confederate swords, the only way to learn about collecting Confederate swords is actually have one in your hand and be able to touch it and feel it. So this is the next best thing to see it on a high definition camera. So I hope you guys enjoy, and at the end of this I'm going to get Brendan Cole on camera here, and because a lot of his fans out there, his little girlfriends out there, I hadn't seen him in a while, and y'all probably won't recognize him because now he's about 6 foot, and he's going to be a junior in high school, and he has been our cameraman, and along with his dad does all the editing, and we appreciate it, and hope you appreciate it. So from the Civil War Guru, enjoy. This is my cameraman. This is Brennan Cole, my grandson, 16 years old. And I wanted to show you our new outfits there. The little logo, the little mascot he's got on his hat now, and I'm going to zoom in on that. But he's the guy that's been helping me do this thing for the last 5 years. And from 10 years old to, or almost 6 years, 10 years old to 16 years old, he looks like a different person. He's a head taller than me at least. So we just want to get you acclimated to our little logo there. So when you see us out there at some shows and that, you recognize the little logo here. And I'll try to zoom in here if I can figure out how to zoom is on this thing. Here we go. And catch that logo. I want y'all to see it. And Brendan modeled it for us there. There we go. Right there, Brendan. All right. And we do these trade shows and Civil War shows, and we kind of figured, well, everybody asks about the old Civil War guru, so let's do a little logo up and our business cards and that. And we also do a hat. We've been giving some of these hats away. I'm going to get his hat if I can get him. I don't want to get his face on there too much. He'll get the big head. But we also, if you can see the hat there, bend your head down there, Brendan. You know, young guys don't like to wear their hats there down on their head. They like to put them back so we got all that hair showing. But anyway, this is a guy that makes everything happen. I'm proud of him. Him and his dad. His dad does all the editing and that. And on this particular video, we did not put a value on there because it still is in the family. And they just want to know what kind of sword this was that was bought back. And so that's why we did this video. And we hope everybody enjoys it. So from the Civil War Guru, have a great day.